Right now I'm standing in the exact spot where RAF military officers used to coordinate live bombing runs, but for tonight, it's only going to go and be my living room. This is the former RAF Control Tower at RAF Wainfleet, a completely unique 5-storey military conversion, complete with an airfield hot tub and views out over our historic aviation bombing range. For one night, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to cook here, I'm going to sleep here, and obviously, I'm going to use the hot tub. So if you want to see what the experience is like, stick around, because I'm going to show you everything and a whole lot more. Well, I've just got my bags out of the car. I've just been back to get the food that I'll be cooking later, but I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to spending the night here. You'll see some other stuff going on behind me there. I'll show you that later. But first, let's go and take a look inside this tower. I'll tell you what, these outside walls, they are proper thick, proper military grade. But here we are in the entrance hallway, which is actually done really nicely. But of course, the main setup of this place is purely vertical. We've got 3 bedrooms which are stacked above us. We've got a kitchen, and then on the very top floor we have got the lounge. So, shall we start the climb? As soon as you walk in, you've got a signed painting of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, which are based actually not too far up the road at RAF Coningsby. So here on the right, you've got what is the old radio workshop. Still got the original signage here, look. It's pretty cool, and I think it's the original doors as well. I think all the doors are original. I don't think there's anything in here. Let's have a look. No, that is just storage. Right. The ascent begins. I'm just going to show you this. This is really interesting. So this is a picture of one of the old target boats that they've got out on the range, and you can see the hull is absolutely peppered with practice ammunition there. Wow. This should take us up to the first bedroom then. Let me just show you these pictures. So this is how it was just after I would suggest it was operational and before any of the work. And that's what it looks like now. So all of these are also accommodations as well, but we'll have a look at that in a short while. Oh, this is very cosy. It's done very much in a traditional country style, isn't it? Double bed. Now all the bedrooms here have got double bed, so it can sleep 6 people. I've put my bits and bobs in here. Decent size wardrobe with drawers. Bedside table each side. And some wildlife on the wall. Why the hell not? Nice touch that they supply your towels as well. The grey ones are the hot tub. They're for normal use. Each room also has its own ensuite bathroom as well, so let's take a look in here. Oh, well, this is nice, isn't it? Look at this. Wow. Tub bath on a raised plinth there. Lovely. Shower's looking good. Basic sink, but that's all you really need, isn't it? And then here we've got the rain shower head, your normal shower head. Love this split brick kind of effect. And nice sparkly floor tiles as well. On we go, upwards. If you want a really good quad and glute workout, this is the place. Second bedroom then, set up in very much the same way. Same kind of style. Keeps it consistent, I guess. And then a very similar bathroom, except this time with grey tiles rather than white. I do find it fascinating that all of these rooms used to be a hive of activity. I believe they used to be offices, of course, where things were coordinated for all of the activity out on the bombing range there. It's very cool. What I really respect about this conversion actually is the fact that they haven't covered everything up with modern plasterboard. There are still little elements of history that are staring you in the face. Look at this light switch, the original heavy duty industrial light switch. If you look up at the ceiling, you've still got the original wiring tracks running straight through the stairwell. Does keep it kind of raw, doesn't it? And authentic. We're getting there, folks. Upwards to the kitchen and bedroom number 3. I'm starting to feel the burn. This is a cracking little kitchen actually. It's got everything that you need. And they do supply you with everything that you need, so you don't have to bring anything. They've got glasses, plates and dishes. Wine glasses and jugs. I knew there was something I forgot to bring. The flipping wine. What a mistake to make. We have a set of knives in a block and 3 chopping boards. I'll be using that later on. Obviously your sink, microwave and a toaster as well. And a kettle. Egg cups, salt, vinegar, pepper, I assume that's sugar, teapot, coffee mugs and a cafetiere. That'd have been handy if I was having fish and chips. But I'm not, I'm having chicken pesto pasta. Saucepans, baking trays, colanders, grater, and all that gubbins in there. Some cleaning stuff. Knives, forks, spoons. Rolling pins, spatulas and tongs. And some more. And a drawer of nothing, except some matches. I will be using this. I won't be using the oven, however. Lovely and clean though. Final bedroom is through this way. You have to walk through a little hallway into this one, but this bedroom is slightly different configuration. You'll see what I mean. It's wider, but a bit narrower. I did forget to mention, didn't I, that each bedroom has actually got a smart TV on the wall as well. Decent size. But this bedroom, this office must have been of more importance because this directly overlooks what was the bombing range there. I think I'm going to sleep in this room tonight. I prefer this one. And here is your final ensuite. It's got everything that the other 2 have got. Obviously just configured slightly differently given the shape of this part of the building. Right, are you ready for the best bit? If I can make it. I'm joking, it weren't that bad. I'll tell you what, leg day is definitely done though. And here we are everybody, in my very own control tower living room. I literally have a 360 panoramic view of the Wash, the Lincolnshire countryside, and a load of whatever they are down there. It must be very odd to try and set up an almost octagonal living room. It's not the most friendly of spaces to try and make space efficient, is it really? What have we got then? We have not 1, not 2, but 3 Chesterfield style sofas. Which are actually pretty comfy. Oh yeah, lovely. Your coffee table slap bang in the middle of the room. Your dining table's also up here of course because, well, there's no other place to put it. So it is a combined living room / dining room. The kitchen is just down there on the floor below, so you have to bring it up when you've cooked it. We've got a very nice Toshiba TV here, which I think is on one of those arms. Yes, it is. So you can maneuver it to get the best position for you. DVD player as well. How many places these days do you see a DVD player? Not many. An information pack here, instructions for the tower, a little bit of history, places to visit, places to eat, and the like. Interestingly, this is a site of special scientific interest. Visitor's book. I just thought, we've got a DVD player, but no DVDs. I thought, well, where the hell are they? But I've just noticed them, they're at the back of the room here. Still got the original metal railing here, look. Love that. Here we go. What a selection of DVDs, my lord. There really is something from everybody here, look. Wow, and a few books. Up here then you can get a proper view of the old bombing range. From a geographical perspective, Skegness is that way. So up the coast there, you get to Gibraltar Point. And then just after Gibraltar Point, of course, you've got Skegness. So I think you're only about 15 minutes away from Skegness there. Over this side and looking this way, if you remember that picture that I showed you earlier, over there, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you've got two of the old practice targets there. You've got one boat there and one boat there. I don't think you can see it, but we're going to go and have a look down there later actually. So this path here, we're going to walk all the way down to the marshes there. I don't think I'm actually going to walk down to the targets, but it's going to be really interesting to see what's down there. And I don't want to turn it into a history lesson, but I'll just give a little bit of context and a little bit of history about RAF Wainfleet when it was operational. And they've actually put here, look, it's not a telescope, I think they call it a field scope, pointing directly at those targets. So you can, if you don't want to walk down there, you can get a closer view of them through this. Now, not only can you come up here and enjoy all of these views inside, we can actually go outside as well. Let's have a look. This is going to be pretty cool. Wow. We'll go and take a look at all that in a short while. But if you want, you can walk around the entire perimeter of the control tower, more or less. You can see the wind turbines off the coast of Skegness there. But there is nothing apart from fields, the sound of birds, peace, tranquility. Right, that's the tower. I'll give you a quick tour of the outside because there is more than just the tower here that you can stop in. There's a plane, an helicopter and a couple of ex-bunkers as well. First of all though, if you are stopping in the tower, you do have your very own hot tub. I think they've left it on for me. Yes, that is on. We shall be trying that out later. Okay, this is one of 3 ex-bunkers, overground bunkers, that you can stop in. They've all been decked out very nicely to a high standard. I think they all sleep 4 people, and they are all named after the Battle of Britain memorial flight. So obviously this one's called Spitfire. Across the way here you've got Hurricane. Let's have a look in that. Is this open? No, it's locked. That looks all right. And then who can guess what the last one's going to be called? Of course. These all look really nice. Just make my way around this awning frame here. And then over here, you do have a Lynx helicopter and a jet stream. That's not to stop in, by the way. Have a look over here. This area is really nice, actually. If you've got kids, good for football, because that's not usually here. That wouldn't usually be here. But yeah, this would be a nice area for the kids to play. It's not actual grass, it's that AstroTurf, so don't fall over. What we got around here then? Barbecue and a decking area. You know what, it is a perfect night for a barbecue as well. I don't know if this is open either. That's locked. I'd like to see inside that. But this is a nice little area, isn't it? And then over here, I've seen these in many places before, Lynx helicopters and various different models and makes of helicopters. I reckon this one might be open. Let's have a look. I'm not sure this one's for me, to be fair. I don't think this would be my favourite place to stop. Good though. Even jump in the cockpit if you like. Oh. As I say, all of these are available to stop in as well. It is a bit spooky being here on my own. There's nobody else around at all. Just me in a control tower. Right, the plan is I'm going to take a walk down that road down to where the marshes slash beach is, give you a few factoids about RAF Wainfleet. I'm going to come back, I'm going to have some dinner, and then I think I'm going to go and spend a bit of time in the hot tub. Come on. Looks like these could have done some damage back in the day. Wow. Okay, here we are. I'm going to turn right. Look up there though, that is where I came down. It feels like you are just heading into nothing. It is that far out of the way. I mean, I guess that kind of stands to reason. You're not going to have a bombing range anywhere near any sort of civilian area, are you? So, right, let's go and have a look, see what we can see. It's a little bit of a walk down there, but it's not too far. It is a perfect night for a walk. A light breeze, warm sun, and just acres and acres of green fields. A couple of facts then about RAF Wainfleet. It actually started its life as a artillery range back in the late 1890s and then was taken on by the RAF's predecessor shortly after. I can't remember what the RAF's predecessor was called. Please let me know in the comments if you do. And then was taken on by the RAF in 1938. And if anybody recognises 617 Squadron, you'll know that they were in fact the Dambusters Squadron, and RAF Wainfleet was one of the sites where they would come and practice the low-level bombing runs in preparation for the raids in Germany. Lincolnshire was known as Bomber County back in the day, and then in its later life it was used by NATO forces for the same purpose. So a common sight coming down here would be F-15s, Tornadoes, A-10 Thunderbolts, until it was closed in 2009 due to defence spending cuts. Right, we're at the end of this road. Can either go left or right, obviously. You might be able to see those targets now in the distance. Still don't know if you can, but they're definitely there. So I might go a little walk down there. I'm not going to go all the way because I do want to get back and have something to eat. Okay, so there's actually still the potential hazard of unexploded ordnance in this red area, in this danger area. Let's have a quick walk down here. I'm not going to go too far, but it does interest me. There's also something there and something over there as well. Can't see what they are though. I think there's an armoured personnel vehicle somewhere as well, but I think it's half buried in the sand. Oh, I don't think I'm going to go any further than that. I want to, but I do want to get back for something to eat. The entirety actually, I think it covers the entirety of the wash, all the way up, is actually a site of special scientific interest. So effectively what you've got here is a lot of migratory birds. There's a lot of rare plants, and also it's got one of the largest colonies of the common, I think grey seal as well, in the North Sea. If you're into your bird watching, this is a fantastic place to come. Well, I'm not, but if you are, it is ideal. Right. Chicken pasta, here we go. I have my tomato and mascarpone stir-through sauce. Got the pasta. I'm going to chuck some olives in it as well. Got some oil. Got some parmesan. This is all stuff that was just left over at home, so I thought I'd bring it. And I popped in to Asda to get some chicken. One frying pan, one saucepan. These knives are very sharp. Hob on. Let's go. Let's get the pasta on as well. There is a lot here. I'm just going to use the whole lot though. And we are cooking on gas. Well, we're not actually. We're cooking on electric, but I was going to chop the olives, but I think I'll just chuck them in, to be fair. I'm hungry, but I'm not this hungry. Bloody hell. Well, it's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. There is a pub down the road, by the way, called the Barley Mow, which is meant to be very good if you don't want to do any of your own cooking. I've had to put the aircon on as well. Obviously, I'm surrounded by glass on all sides. It's been a really nice day, really nice warm day today. And it is just like a greenhouse. But that is doing a good job. It's cooled it right down. Before I try the hot tub out, let me just show you this. This is pretty awesome. What an amazing place to see a sunset. Right, let's check out this hot tub then. Oh, that'll do. Now this is a bit weird. I'm sat in a lovely hot tub, and then directly next to it, I'm looking up at an old RAF Control Tower. How very surreal. They've done this just round the back. Look at this. So, hot tub here, barbecue there. I assume that's a fire pit, and a picnic table. And there is literally, there's wildlife everywhere. There's birds, there's loads of butterflies, Red Admiral butterflies and such like. Anyway, I'm going to spend another 10 minutes in here or so, then I'm going to go back upstairs, watch the TV and chill out for a bit. And I'll see you in the morning. Morning. It's going to be a glorious day. I'll be honest with you, I wish I could wake up to this every single morning. Oh, just a simple bowl of Weetabix this morning. Well, I've stayed in many hotels over the years. Many of them have had nicer rooms, more luxuries, and definitely a nicer breakfast than the one I had this morning. But I don't think any of them have quite got a story like this one has. And for decades, people stood here watching aircraft train over these marshes. And during the war, as I say, even the Dambusters practiced on this range. And today you can still see the remains of the old targets out there on the wash. And for me, I think that's what makes RAF Wainfleet so special. You're not just booking a room, you're not just stopping somewhere. You are stepping into a part of British aviation history. So if you're looking for 5-star luxury, this probably isn't it. But if you're looking for somewhere with character, somewhere with history, and somewhere with views, by the way, that stretch for absolutely miles, I think RAF Wainfleet is probably the most unique stay I've ever experienced. Now, I paid £190 for the night to stop here, which does sound expensive, but just let me give a little bit of context here. RAF Wainfleet isn't really designed as a one-night solo stay. Most people will come here as families or groups, and there is a minimum stay requirement. So when you start to split the cost between 3, 4, 5, 6 people, that does start to look a lot different. But the real question is, I guess, would you pay that for a normal hotel room? Probably not, but you're not paying to stay in a standard hotel room here. You're paying to spend the night in a former RAF control tower surrounded by history with views across the Lincolnshire coast, which you're not going to get anywhere else. Well, that is me done, folks, but if you do like stays that are a little bit different, check out this one here where I stopped in a brand new hub by Premier Inn, which was located in an old police station. Hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully I'll see you over at that one.